Can you remember the marks you scored in your exams 10 years ago? Can you remember every answer you wrote? Probably not. But I am sure that most of us still remember one teacher, one sentence, one moment when someone believed us. Maybe it was a teacher who said, "You can do it," or a teacher who encouraged us after we failed. Why do some memories stay with us for decades while marks slowly disappear? Did you ever have a teacher like that? Welcome to Hasna's Spark Vibes, where small thoughts create huge transformation. Today's topic is very close to my heart because I have experienced education from two different sides. First, as a student who sat in classrooms and worried about exams, and now as a teacher who stands in front of students every day. Over the years, one question has stayed in my mind. What is the true purpose of education? Is education only about marks, ranks, and report cards? Or is there something much bigger that we sometimes forget? When I think about my school days, I don't remember every chapter I studied. I don't remember every formula, but I remember the teacher who encouraged me when I doubted myself. The teacher who taught me discipline. The teacher who made me believe that hard work matters. Education is not just information, it is inspiration. Comment below. What lessons do you still remember from your school days? Today's children live in a very different world. Exams, assignments, tuition, competitions, expectations. Sometimes children are so busy preparing for tests that they don't get enough time to understand themselves. As parents and teachers, we naturally want children to succeed. There is nothing wrong with expecting good marks. Marks are important, they show effort and progress. But let me ask you something. Can marks measure kindness? Can marks measure courage? Can marks measure honesty or creativity? A report card can tell us how a child performed in an exam, but it cannot tell us who that child truly is. I challenge you. Walk into any classroom and you will see something beautiful. One child solves mathematical problems quickly. Another writes beautiful stories. One child loves science, another loves art. Some children naturally lead others, some quietly help everyone around them. Every child carries a unique gift, but if we measure every child using the same standard, many talents will remain hidden. Perhaps the quiet student sitting in the last row is a future scientist, or the child who loves drawing will become a great designer, or even the student who asks too many questions will become an inventor. Do marks alone define intelligence? When we look at great personalities, we notice something interesting. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam never stopped dreaming. Albert Einstein never stopped questioning. Steve Jobs never stopped creating. Their success was not built only on marks. It was built on curiosity, creativity, determination, and the courage to think differently. Learning is not simply about memorizing information. It's about learning how to think, create, and grow. The world our children will enter is changing faster than ever before. Technology is changing, jobs are changing, the skill needed for success are changing. Tomorrow's world will need people who can communicate, adapt, solve problems, and work together. Knowledge is important, but knowing how to use that knowledge wisely is even more important. Children need confidence emotional strength, and curiosity. Because learning does not stop when school ends, real learning continues throughout life. As a teacher, some of my most meaningful moments do not happen during examinations. They happen during simple conversations. When a student gains confidence, when a child learns from failure, when someone who once said, I can't do it, finally says, I will try. So let us ask ourselves one important question. Are we preparing children only to score marks? Or are we preparing them to face life with knowledge, confidence, kindness, and courage? Because tomorrow's world does not need only high scorers, it needs thoughtful human beings, creative minds, responsible citizens with compassionate hearts. Before you leave, tell me one thing in the comments. Who is the teacher you still remember today and why? I'd love to read your memories. This is Hasna Spark Vibes, where small thoughts create huge transformations. See you in the next video.